Scott Wiener,
Everything.
long known as the Giraffe, is one of the most effective
Long known as the
legislators,
Giraffe.
passing over 100 laws to build tens of thousands
Not because
of homes,
he's tall either.
protect our health care, and ban ICE agents from
He
wearing
skips leg
masks.
day.
To be clear, this is the guy who was against ICE wearing masks, but he's fine with masks for other uses. Yeah. So California State Senator Scott Wiener, we've talked about him. Yes, he's the guy who's been, at the Folsom Street fairs. That's the reason for the intro. Yes, he's the guy who doesn't believe that you should have to disclose, not consent, disclose your HIV-infected, if you have children, they shouldn't watch this, seminal load. He thinks it's actually stigmatizing. He's a horrible person. Well, now he's running for another office, and his latest ad was not only approved, but is now available to the public.
Here, deep in our fog-covered habitat, we find the rarest of leaders, who sticks his neck out fighting for San Franciscans with everything he's got. Scott Wiener,
Everything.
long known as the Giraffe, is one of the most effective
Long known as the
legislators,
Giraffe.
passing over 100 laws to build tens of thousands
because
of
he's
homes,
tall either.
protect our health care, and ban ICE agents from
He
wearing
skips leg
masks.
day.
Scott is ready on day one to stand tall in Congress for
Stand
us.
tall.
I'm Scott Wiener, and I approve this message.
I like the Chinese letters.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that this makes it right, but he looks like he was sketched in Candace Owens' notepad of who to hate. Like if she woke up from a dream, she'd write down and be like, huh? And you'd be like, that's Scott Wiener.
That's funny because she's got eyes like a giraffe. That's odd.
Connection.
He's known as a giraffe. How much you want to bet that's a self-given nickname? Because I stick my neck out. People are like, this is really
It's
stupid.
100% is self-given to stand tall in Congress.
Sure, whatever.
Giraffes
Okay, we'll
do
go with
nothing.
that.
Long-standing policies.
To be clear, this is the guy who was against ICE wearing masks, but he's fine with masks for other uses. Yeah. And to be clear, we did add him in the weird eyes wide shut thing, but that is an actual picture of him in S&M gear out in public. But hey, homosexuals, they're just like you. We hit the more you know. Can you do that?
Oh, yeah.
Homosexuals, they're just like you.
I wasn't ready for it.
Oh, man.
Whatever's good for you, Tim.
So he's running to succeed Nancy Pelosi in Congress. You can check the references. To give you an idea of the kind of legislation he offered while he was a state representative, again, he really took it upon himself to make it no longer a felony to knowingly spread HIV. Meaning,
Why?
you have HIV, you know it, the strange homosexual you've picked up at a nightclub or a truck stop, whichever, does not. At one point in time, or in many states, you have to disclose it. He fought to make sure that the person who knows they have HIV doesn't have to disclose it.
And now that's spreading.
Yeah.
The HIV and also that policy.
Yes, that policy.
Pritzker just signed one into law in Illinois.
Yeah. He also,
Yeah.
Wow.
He also tried to, but this didn't make it through, as I understand it, tried to make it harder for people who have actual sex with minors to be declared as sex offenders. And specifically, as I understand it, acts of, again, if you have children watching, you guys, they shouldn't be, but you need to know about the degeneracy, sodomy, meaning backdoor not being as forcible, having different qualifications. It seems like he had a selfish motivation there.
Yes.
Of course, he declared California a refuge for trans people.
The specifics on that, by the way, are it's the back door or the top door.
Yeah.
Saying that they're not forcible acts and that there's the statute of limitations is 11 years. If it's within 11 years. So if a kid's 13 and you're 20, you don't have to register as a sex offender for.
Because it's not forcible.
Right.
One could argue that
It
sodomy
passed.
is almost perceived as more forcible.
Yeah, I would.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not
the
if,
most.
Yeah.
not if that's your only whole option.
So don't just ask yourself, what does the left do? What would the left do if completely unfettered? If you had an entire government, House, Senate, administration, of AOCs, of Bernies, of Scott Wieners, of Elizabeth Warrens, of Justin Trudeau's, of Starmer's, understand the threat that you are facing. Don't just observe what they do in the face of checks and balances. Look to places like San Francisco and look at the local legislation from state representatives. It's one of those things where people don't believe you. I've had this conversation with apolitical women. They go, what? No, is that fake news? I go, no, he actually decriminalized knowingly spreading HIV.
Yeah.
Really? Is that? Well, what's their argument? Their argument is that your viral load can be so low that you may not be contagious. No, there must be more to it. There's nothing more to
These
it.
the same people that made us wear little flimsy masks,
Right.
to stop the deadliest virus that we'd ever seen. Same people.
Yep.
Sick, dude.
Oh, you're still here, which is a miracle. in the age of Instagram and shorts. I think you have some shorts up there. You have an attention span that is longer than that of a fruit gnat. So thank you. I'm glad you probably would like it a lot more if you actually head over and subscribe on Rumble. I'm live there 5 days a week, 11 a.m. Eastern, where free speech is still alive. Go to Rumble. Get off the social media ghetto that is YouTube, with a lot of homosexual activity here on YouTube. There may be some on Rumble, but I haven't seen it.